This is Paul Mooney from the BLS Morning Show. All right, you know you want this money. Come and get it.
Be the 10th caller to win at 212-545-1075 from 107.5 WBLS. Another WBLS $1,000 winner.
Hello?
I'm the 10th caller.
Yes, you are.
I just said I move with some money. I move with some money.
Isn't this fabulous?
I felt it.
So what's your name?
Kim.
And where are you calling from, Kim?
I am on the New Jersey Turnpike headed home.
Well, I want you to enjoy your weekend knowing that you have just picked up $1,000 in cold hard cash from your radio station.
How about that?
Everybody else, if you want to be a winner like Kim, make sure that you're checking out, well, it will be Steve Harvey next week as he enjoys his 5 days of summer. He'll be on all next week. And at 7:20 Monday morning, in between all his jokes, he's going to do the solicit for you to call in and win, okay?
You got it.
Well, not you. You already won.
That's okay. You're right.
Yeah, but so congratulations, Kim.
Thank you, Wendy.
Enjoy your weekend and let everyone know the only station in New York with $100,000 in the cash guarantee.
That's the 107.5 WBLS.
Brothers and sisters,
Taking it back, baby. Taking it back. Old school short shot.
yes, the rhythm's a rebel. 2, 3, play.
A little play from back in the day. And me, it's Wendy, man. Wendy Williams. The Wendy Williams Experience. This is exclusively
Wendy got the heat. Party people's in the place to be. Just for you is the Orchard Magnetic M.
Man, what a show. New Edition came in and sucked all the oxygen out of the air. Thank you, fellas, so much for coming in. Thank you for my special invitation for tonight's performance at Madison Square Garden. But I was swiftly and quickly reminded that I had an extremely important obligation that, unfortunately, even though I have tickets for the show, and I'm going to the show, but I won't be able to get there until probably 3 songs in. So I won't be able to. I know the person that's probably the saddest about it is Art, who chased after them like a schoolboy. Well, Art, really, I mean, you just chased after New Edition, and I watched your eyes as I spoke to them. You looked at all of them longingly.
What's longingly mean?
Longingly just means your
Admiration.
your admiration for them was extremely apparent. Yes. And yes, everybody, Ronnie does have a love in his life. Yes, we had discussed on the show that it was one of the members of Black. And hell, you know, I tried to ask as many things as I possibly could. You see, I held him over time, over schedule and whatnot. There's always something for the next time. So the next time they come in, I can say to Ronnie, Ronnie, is you still with the girl from Black? You know, like that. And as far as how Puffy knows... Johnny knows Puffy the longest. Well, that's probably because Puffy was a background dancer for Stacey Lattisaw back in the day. And so, you know, Stacey Lattisaw and Johnny collabo, and they're from D.C. and that situation. So, and as far as the numbers of CDs sold to date, the New Edition CD that's out right now is sold currently about 300,000 copies, which... not too bad.
I mean,
for New Edition, for as long as it's been out, for the push that it was supposed to get, for as long, how you looked at them longingly, you have the nerve to say that's not bad?
Considering the promotion they got.
Well, that's right. It's all self-promotion. So that's good for self-promotion. Imagine if they had help.
Independent.
Or if they were independent, exactly, of which they're not. Nobody watched the. Thanks again, fellas, for coming in. I can't say enough. Thank you so much. That was a lot of fun. Nobody watched the MTV Movie Awards last night. I have to be honest with you. I zhuzhed past them and kept going because there was nobody on. They were actually in commercials. The cable guide said the awards were on, but I said I don't have time to wait for commercial to be done. Did Mariah already perform? Okay, well then let me move on. Am I going to get a chance to read Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes' body language? Okay, no, the on. But we always have the weekend. You know how MTV does. That'll be 24-hour playing for the entire weekend. Fantasia's got a new boyfriend. Does anybody care about who he is? Oh. Fantasia Barrino's new boyfriend is supposed to be Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver Michael Clayton. Oh. Do you know who he is?
I'm familiar with him. Yeah. Right.
Come on. That's Fantasia cutting and slurping. Them teeth. Cutting and slurping. Well, apparently the two got acquainted while Fantasia was romantically linked to the model Datari Turner. So Fantasia was creeping like you men do to us. Turnabout's a fair game. And things got serious between her and Michael Clayton. And so Fantasia, you know, I guess
security in the ball player.
Until he busts his knee, and then all that ball player / cop anger comes out, because it's the same kind of anger. Cops and ball players, just be careful. I know they're all big and honky, but you know, there's something about, you know, the stress of the job. But here's what she revealed to a magazine. She said, he's just as busy as I am. He's a good friend. When we talk, we talk. I'll bet you do, Fanty. Or Tasia is probably what her friends call her. And Eva Pickford said that she never met a camera she didn't like. Well, that's good. Then she planned the right profession, right? Oh, boy. You guys, The Honeymooners is not getting good reviews at the box office. But
See that today or tomorrow?
Well, support. Support Cedric the Entertainer and support Mike Epps and the legendary Honeymooners. Even though I'm sure the original Honeymooners has nothing to do with this. They just call it the Honeymooners. But, you know, there's some funny people in it, plus the beautiful Gabrielle Union. So why not go out and support? It's the weekend, you know? By the way, Eva just inked a $100,000 deal with CoverGirl Cosmetics. Excuse me. No, she did that during America's Next Top Model. But the question I wanted to ask you, because all I have is Eva and CoverGirl written down on my notes. What I wanted to ask you is, have you seen her in the actual CoverGirl ads? Are they actually out? I haven't seen her as an easy breezy, beautiful CoverGirl.
I saw one. Yeah. The one she took when she was taking the pictures for the.
Okay.
I saw that one.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then that's good enough, huh?
It's called My Life as a Cover Girl, and there were a bunch of commercials.
In other words,
her around.
Okay, so she's official then with the ads. Well, that's good because she was apparently buying some sunglasses and over on 34th Street, right up the street. And she spent, they say, more than $1,200 on sunglasses, the Gucci Valentinos. And here's what the people in the store said about Eva. She was so friendly and accommodating to everyone, but she was clear that she wouldn't pose for pictures taken by cell phones. Those are the easiest ones to pose for. You don't have to wait for, oh my goodness, my flash wasn't working. They just take it and that's it. Angelina Jolie, and I forgot to tell you guys this. My friend who works over at Life and Style magazine, she always said, thank you, Marisol Lopez. Thank you, Valerie Lombardo. Thank you, Lindsay. Lindsay, how do you say your last name? Ledortstead. The ladies all work at Life and Style, one of my favorites. And so they always send me, exclusives. So what they sent, and I got it earlier in the week, the magazine's on newsstands at this point, but Angelina Jolie and Brad, well, they say that they're planning to have a baby. And in the magazine, it goes on to how she's preparing and what she's buying. And then Nick recently whisked Jessica Simpson off to Mexico to rebuild their relationship and start anew. Plus, the magazine's going to address the alleged affair between the very married Johnny Knoxville and Jessica Simpson. And 8 celebrities reveal how they keep their fab bods beautiful and whatnot. I guess they'll be talking about Paris Hilton's new 24-carat engagement ring as well. Yeah, well, some girls have all the carats. All right, you guys, thanks so much for being here. I love you for swinging with me today. New edition, what can I say? Legendary. 10s across the board. Break a leg tonight at Madison Square Garden, and I'll see you about 3 songs in. All right, everybody, have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.
These party people. See you later. I'm saying bye-bye.
Good night. Program complete.
Watch out for the big girl. Watch out for the big girl. Watch out for the big girl, because I'm coming through. I got juice for you. Kimberly Elise and Shamar Moore, shut up. Is that the most, just the visual, is that the most mismatched thing you've ever seen in your entire life?
I take him.
Oh my God. Dumbass. Plus, I want to tell you about the apparent mess going on backstage at the Flex Alexander show. What's it called? One-on-one. Yeah, I got a little inside scoop. And I'm giving away tickets for my album release party. So everybody, keep it where you got it. Jump on the phones, get on the fax machines. It's 866-GET-WENDY. And the bonus hour begins next on 107.5 WVLS.
Experience.
Since you've been listening this far, we're going to throw in a little bonus hour. You ready?
How long is this bonus hour gonna last? I'm getting addicted.
No, let me tell you, I love this extra hour.
Everything is organic here on the bonus hour.
Yeah, baby. Hey, yo, check this out.
It's Wendy, man.
Here it is.
It's the bonus hour on the Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS, New York.
I had a stone cold gas with the new edition. It's a lot, though, when you have so many people and only 2 microphones. We got to get this new studio hooked up. There'll be microphones everywhere. I got to stop sticking my gum every place. Do you sometimes take paperwork home and find a wad of my gum in it?
Yes.
I apologize for that. Now I'm sitting here reading a magazine and I'm trying to unstick the pages and look what's in between.
There you go.
Yeah, and I just finished giving somebody a copy of something and there was a wad of gum with it folded in the corner. I'm sorry. It's better than swallowing it, though. I'm trying to stick by my New Year's resolution. There are many men who think that women who chew gum are cheap, floozy-esque. It's unsophisticated and day class. And you know what I say? Oh, you can put that where? Back there. It is what it is. Takesha says that she enjoyed the New Edition interview. You guys, let me just say that there's some people and some situations that I know that there are obvious questions to ask some people. But, at some point, you got to just let it breathe. Take it for what it is, and then let's move on. I mean, I try to make my best choices depending on who I'm interviewing. Today was one of those days. Crystal, I understand what you're saying in Brooklyn. And, that just wasn't necessary. Art, you know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what
We
you're
had this conversation.
Yep.
Art had his hands on a lot of different buttons during the interview. And, I'd shoot him the look like, what are you doing? How you doing? Kimberly Elise was on your show, Wendy, not too long ago, bragging and boasting about her marriage and how she and her husband had been married for 12 years. Well, on Miss Patty Jackson's show, let me tell you guys, Patty Jackson is one of my radio colleagues. No, we don't work for the same radio station in Philly, but Patty and I, we are sisters in the name of radio, friends like that. And so this woman, apparently Margaret, was listening to Patty. Patty's on, she does middays. And then I guess right after Patty goes off, Margaret, you must turn to Power 99 and listen to the Wendy Experience. Anyway, so she says, on Patty's show, it was revealed that Kimberly Elise has left her husband and is now dating Shamar Moore. You know what?
They met on that movie thing, right?
I don't think that this is something. I don't know. I mean, you know what? We'll follow the story. Quite frankly, I think that she's just, that's her go-to piece, Shamar Moore. Because you're not married to somebody for 12 years and then, to me, Kimberly Elise is a sensible woman. I mean, I've interviewed her before. I don't think that she's jumping head over heels into a brand new relationship. And as far as, revealed that she left her husband and is now dating Shamar Moore. I could believe that she left her husband. Shamar Moore might be the go-to person. Or the ear that she whispers to, and perhaps somebody she gets her rocks off with. I don't, there's nothing more to it. Maybe, they have sex. Maybe they have intimate boohoo talks and go out for dinner. Margaret goes on to say that my girlfriend Patty, who also does a bit of her own gossiping, says that, Wendy, did you hear that Maxwell just completed his new album, but record execs at his label were a little leery about putting it out because apparently the lyrics have them questioning his sexuality and wondering if he's trying to come out of the closet. Yes, Margaret. While I'm glad you listened to Patty, if you spent more time listening to me, you would have heard me talking about this yesterday. Doggone you, Margaret. Oh, here she is with the PS. PS, my coworker Barbara and I love your show. The day doesn't officially start until 2 o'clock. Oh, she does listen. She was probably off at the copy machine or something. I'm sorry, Margaret. Yeah, Margaret, we talked about it yesterday. And I said, well, let him come out. I mean, what's the problem? There's still women who still think that they got the platinum cat trap that, in their minds will be able to, I'll turn him back. And his audience is by and large women, right? I mean, men have an appreciation for Maxwell, but his record buying audience, man, it's the broads, right? There are a lot of women who will love him more because so many women have been done wrong. They love a man who can sing to their soul and, just know that they're not going to pounce on them on the couch. You didn't give any of that background noise during the New Edition interview. You stayed quiet like a lovesick schoolgirl. If you were a girl, which New Edition member would you want to be with?
Johnny Gill.
I gotta tell you something. That Johnny Gill? Yo, Johnny.
How you doing?
Johnny, you looked incredible. I mean, your smooth chocolate skin and your taste in jewelry and your well-kept hair and even your choice in outfit and your delivery. So, I'm not backing down. I'm going to, deliver. And it was well articulated. Yeah. I mean, all you all, got your thing going on in your own right. But I do have to say, if I were a girl, I would definitely want to be with Johnny.
Let me in on this, honey. I'm not a girl and I love Daryl. But, and however, I co-sign with her.
Yes.
Johnny. Okay, I just wanted to get in on this. I'm out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Woody. Do you ever notice my body language whenever Woody enters the room and he exits? I look at the door as if we're on TV. I look at the door as if I'm watching him walk away. Why do I do that? Wendy, I fax. Oh, listen, follow up. Okay, listen. Dear Wendy, I faxed you yesterday during advice hour and you read my fax about my mother-in-law catching me in the lobby of a hotel with someone else. This happened downtown Newark at the Treat, and the mother-in-law happened to have been in the lobby because, the Treat is more than just a hotel. And he jumped off on his wife. He's been married for 6 years, everybody. I'm just trying to catch you up a bit. this business associate of his, who's from Vegas, happened to have been in from out of town just to see him. And they took their action to the hotel. So they got their rocks off. The wife of 6 years knows nothing. The sun is up. It's morning. And here they come down the elevator, and the both of them. And then there's the mother-in-law. The mother-in-law has always wanted to be with him, doing things like showing Nappy Doug in short skirts and making sly remarks to him without her daughter, his wife, knowing. So he asked me for advice on what to do. You know, because the mother-in-law has already said, you know, basically, I'll tell unless you now start to give it up, because you've been denying me for all this time. So now you start to give it up. And I told him, I wouldn't be held prisoner to the hands of my mother-in-law. I would go to my wife and let the chips fall where they may. I mean, you know, as cheating goes, and no cheating is good, but this is one of the best kinds of cheats, because at least the broad he cheated with is from out of town. She's got to fly, and it's not like she lives in East Orange and can just drive, you know, hit 280 and drive to Newark or Bloomfield Avenue or whatever and drive to Newark to cheat. She lives out in Vegas. So I told him, confess to the wife. Don't mention anything about the mother-in-law, because that's just too much drama. And let the chips fall where they may at that point. But don't by any circumstance. Art just handed me a disgusting note with an attitude. He flipped his wrist.
Oh, it's very. You have to go. Oh, we have to go there for Friday. It's the weekend, and we drinking.
Wait a minute, I'm talking about this. Why do I want to tell people what a chopped meatloaf is?
Because they have to know for the weekend. Don't deprive them. Don't deprive the people.
Hold on, they want to know what this dude did. He's back.
Okay, I'm sorry. When it's postponed back then.
Like, please, can I just put that where back there just for a moment? Okay. You guys, we got another one to add to your list. It's called a chopped meatloaf. Hold on. All right, hold on. Well, Wendy, I took your advice and I told my wife, and she told me that on the day I was talking to the lady I met at the hotel on the phone, she was listening, and she sent her mother there to wait for me until I left. Oh my God! You gotta be kidding me! She also added that she knew what her mother was doing as far as showing me her private parts, and that's why she had her mother spy on me and make the proposition to keep her mouth closed if I slept with her. She said that she was trying to test me by doing this, and because I took your advice and just told her instead of sleeping with her mother, she forgave me. Wendy, I swear I will never in my life cheat on my wife again. Thank you for the good advice. You saved my marriage. Yes! I feel like Oprah now. Yes! Yes! You know, Oprah, yes is about 25 times too many. You know she does. You know she does. Wow. Okay, now I'll tell everybody the chopped meatloaf. Come on, Art. Not with the drum roll. That's when he does a number 2 on you and your flow is in town. No, I don't want to explain it all graphic like that. He does a number 2 on your private area, right, while you're riding the cotton pony, if you know what I'm saying. While you have your period.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it.
And then you.
And then he cleans it all up.
With his
tongue?
Chopped meatloaf, ladies and gentlemen. You getting all G-rated with the stuff now?
You know why? Because too many kids. You all have too many of your kids coming up to me talking about, Miss Wendy, how you doing? I mean, while Miss Wendy loves the kids, but how do you think that makes me feel? Because immediately I'm like, I'm glad, but a toe is still a toe. Now, what part of the show are the kids checking out? When I'm saying chopped meatloaf?
Music?
Or they listening to Gladys Knight and them on the music? Or they listen to us play gunshots when the New Edition fights in the studio. This show is not for the kids. Well, I've got to tell you, Joss Stone left a European MTV award party in tears. Apparently, the party was at the China Club, and she was crying because of comments that she overheard made about her by some black American record executives who were dismissing her as a fluke. By the way, June is Black Music Month. It also happens to be Men's Health Month. Here's a quote. Joss was sitting in the VIP lounge a bit bored, and she had just had a fight with someone from her label and began eavesdropping on the convos from the other booths. Well, she heard some American black people and their friends who were all black compare Joss to Tina Marie, saying that Joss was no Tina Marie, nor was she even a good Taylor Dane or Lisa Stansfield. It turns out the American blacks were A&R people from the States, here in the United States, and it really upset Joss, and the next thing you know, she left in tears. Develop a thicker skin. I mean, Joss, I love you, but you're no Tina Marie. Maybe we wouldn't have even known Tina Marie to be a Tina Marie if she hadn't gotten down with Rick James. And Lisa Stansfield and Taylor Dane made crossover hits that we actually played here on Black Radio. Hell, so is Justin Timberlake. I mean, Joss, I know that you're soulful. I know we've run into each other on the red carpet. We're sisters in the name of height. But,
It is what it is.
It is what it is. And, well, I think we only embrace one Tina Marie-esque person at a time, within a particular period. I think right now we're all still feeling Christina Aguilera. Are we done with her? She's soulful. Whatever happened with her appearance with Nelly? I thought you all loved that. Oh, I don't know. I don't care. I'm just trying to get something started.
Tina Marie's still around.
Is she?
Cash Money.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. You know what occurred to me while I was driving to work today? By having 3 radio stations in Louisiana that play the Wendy Williams Experience, we are officially No Limit Soldiers, associated with the Cash Money Millionaires. Louisiana's got it popping. Yeah. Wendy, well, I don't know. I never owned a house made of weatherboard. Wow. Well, I'll tell you the story, and then I guess I can finish it up here. Weatherboard, everybody, is apparently, this is according to one of the listeners, the most expensive siding for your home. All the vinyl siding copies look like weatherboard. See, when the writer of the article, Alexander Hitchin, described Steedman's mom, Mrs. Graham's house, as weatherboard, I'm thinking, and I even said, damn, Steedman, why is your mother living in a weatherboard house? You could have at least had it painted or finished off the side, But, my stupid behind. All right, so now we got that clear with the weatherboard. Now I can finish the article. I know everybody's trying to wonder what voice am I going to do it in. Mrs. Graham is speaking out about her son and how she's upset because he never married Oprah. And she's very upset about that. So I'm just going to pick up where I left off. You guys will get the gist of it. I don't need to backtrack. He never...
Where did that come from? You crazy.
You figure if Steedman's 54, she's 94. So I'm giving you the effect of a 94-year-old black woman. And you guys, mostly I'm doing it for jokes. Can you just please get with the comic relief? He never wanted to talk about it. I love Steedman. But there are some things you don't talk about with him. I first found out he was seeing Oprah when a friend read it in the newspaper. Oprah and Steedman have spent the past 12 years living together after first meeting in 1987. But the relationship suffered recently because the pair split up, spending more time apart than together. It was also revealed that Oprah has been flirting with other men, including Oscar winner Jamie Foxx. Steedman told Larry King in 2003 that he's constantly traveling and trying to make marriage fit would be impossible. But his friend from high school, John Robertson, doesn't agree. No, I'm just playing. Let me talk like one of Steady's friends from high school. Ayo. Wait, hold on. I hope he does what he does to make him happy, but I think he should marry Oprah. It would be nice to see him walk down the aisle with her. They make a nice couple. Comic relief, everybody. Calm down. Now, this person right here, Patty, who works with Cynthia, Jill, and Mary Pat. I was talking about how, all right, well, let me just give you Mrs. Graham's statement that she made about when she first met Oprah. Okay, wait, hold on. Here is it. Okay, here it is. Sitting at the dinner table in her green, weather-boarded home, Mary said, I was a bit nervous. Hi, you guys. I was a bit nervous when Oprah first came here to eat, but we got along very well. She and I come from the same poor background, and she worked hard to become a success. Now let's concentrate on the statement. I was a bit nervous when Oprah first came here to eat. And I said as a sidebar, yeah, because Ghoultown is notorious for inbreeding and preserving the light and the curly. And then I went on to say that my father grew up in Atlantic City, and he and his boyhood friends would make trips to Ghoultown just to look at the ghoulies because they'd have big foreheads, and the inbreeding would be apparent on all their faces. They weren't trying to date nobody from Ghoultown. They weren't trying to. It was just, you know how kids are, always making fun, doing dumb stuff. Part of my father's, doing dumb stuff thing during childhood was going over to Ghoultown with his buddies to look at the ghoulies, of which Steedman's family is from that Ghoultown thing. You see his forehead? I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying. Oprah is dark to be dating a Ghoultown person. It was probably shocking to her when she got to Ghoultown and saw, damn, why is everybody here so damn light and curly? Why does everybody look like everybody else? And Steedman, what is up with your forehead? I got to get my father on the show to talk about Ghoultown.
Yes, we do.
I've got to trick him to come here to talk about something else, like a book project. And then, just when I get him warmed up, I got to swoop down and say, let's talk about Ghoultown. In the meantime, the girls, all right, this is Donna Souls, and she works with the other girls, and they work in Cherry Hill, so she's familiar with Ghoultown. It's part of South Jersey. She says, Wendy, I'm from and live in South Jersey and was listening to you talk about Ghoultown earlier on the show. And that can't be more true. I knew where you were talking about before you got the name of the town out. I emailed my girls who also deal with folks in Ghoultown, and we were all rolling on the floor with laughter. We love you. There is a real place named Ghoultown, though.
Well, it's a made-up name for a town, right?
Well, I got to tell you something. My dad never explained it to me that it was the real name of a town. He's 70-something years old, and at this point, he's still talking like a boy. I thought he was still referring to it as Ghoultown, like where the ghoulies are, all the inbreeding and all to preserve the light and curly. But the way the girls spell it on the fax, it's spelled Gouldtown. So maybe that is the real name of the town. Ghoultown? See, I'm thinking my father was spelling it Goul.
Yeah, the Ghoul.
Like the groovy ghoulies from back in the day.
Chamber of Commerce in Goultown?
You know what? We need to
Investigate.
We need to broadcast live from Goultown. You know what? Nicole, can we invite the mayor of Goultown to the red carpet party? Lots of pictures, mostly from the profile. Let's look at the forehead.
We're everybody's family.
Yeah, we're everybody's family. Yeah. Gouldtown. If you listen to the girls. If you listen to my father, it's ghoul like ghoulie. And the town is really called something like Vineland, New Jersey. I don't know. Halle Berry's back together with Michael Ealy.
Oh, that's what's up.
I like that too. My girl Patricia Shipp has done it again, brought us this story. She's done a complete turnaround on her vows to never marry again. She is finding true love with Michael Ealy, who happens to be 7 years younger than her. She went on Oprah. She said, "I will never marry again." And that's that. I mean that with every bone in my body. Now, you know, they met on the set of Their Eyes Are Watching God. But before that carpet even somebody out there is trying to put the roots on me and shut me up. Goultown Ghouls. I need a spittoon.
No, you don't. I heard that in a long time.
But before they even did like the red carpet screening of Their Eyes Are Watching God, she and Michael broke up. But now they're back together and they're planning a new life. You know, at one point, he even moved into her house. Here's what one friend says. Halle has never been more delighted to eat. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Her words. I said it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
According to friends, Halle wasn't emotionally ready for the commitment with Michael the first time around because she's been snake bitten so many times by love. Well, it happens. You know what I mean? It happens. I wish her well. Crazy kids. Accent on the crazy. I would have wanted to bring New Edition on. But, you know, that would have meant, was 7:45 they go on? 7:30? I have to do the bonus hour. You know what I mean? And then the traffic, I wouldn't have made it. I can't go on in my Air Force Ones. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know I was going to be doing that today. I'm wearing Air Force Ones and a white T-shirt. And it's real easy to zhuzh up some sort of outfit. I have on cute shorts. I would have taken the T-shirt off, ripped it a bit, and tied it at the waist. You know, made it tight and like something like that. And I have Aquanet in my desk. I could have teased and popped more. The problem is the shoes, because as a Bigfoot woman, I can't just slip into anything. But what I've learned is to keep a pair of shoes in my desk, and I have the pair of shoes, but it's not what I would have wanted to have worn. In addition, I had other obligations. But thank you, New Edition. I'm still going to be at the concert. It's just I'm going to be a little late. Can you stand the rain? Cameron Diaz is suing the National Enquirer for an undisclosed amount of money. Oh, excuse me, more than $10 million. In the May 23rd issue, they had a big caption on the front page. It was a big story inside. Cameron caught cheating. Did I already go through this story? I said that she was kissing, a friendly kiss though, goodbye to the producer or one of the people on her show, Trippin'. Ugh. Do you watch that on MTV? I don't watch that. Okay. What do we care about here on the show? Do we care about Tyrese has a girlfriend? Doesn't matter? Does Michael Bivins get a piece of that, Boys to Men?
This right here?
Yes. How you doing?
Yes, let's pay his mom again.
Michael Bivins is so paid and so nonchalant about that Boys to Men money that he said that those are checks for his moms. And his sister. Well, Tyrese, they say, apparently he's starting to shoot a new movie called Waist Deep in August. And he's casted a woman named Coco who will play his love interest. And what did it say? Casting is underway for Coco. Oh, no, casting is underway for the woman Coco, who would be his love interest. So he doesn't have the girlfriend yet, but they're trying to cast. Johnny Gill did look good, though, right?
Wendy, I don't know how true this is, but I got a behind-the-scenes exclusive from somebody who said that actually New Edition is planning on bringing in a new member, and he's going to unleash it depending on the Puffy thing, but they have a new member that they have waiting in the wings that they want to bring on board.
Yeah, it's going to be Bobby Brown.
No, another member in addition to that.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Why split the money so many different ways?
Yeah, you'd be like Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah, and still at the end of the day, all we know is Maurice White and a few others. Look, we have to I think that's a terrible idea. I think the only thing they should do is surprise everybody, bring Bobby Brown on stage tonight, put Bobby in rehab, make sure that he's clear and well thought out, because there's no point in having Bobby in the group for shock value on stage if Bobby's going to be all high and messing up the pH balance of the group. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't think that they need to be introducing anybody new. And I don't care if it's somebody that we already know. You can tell us you're going to bring Brian McKnight as part. What? You can put that where? Back there.
He's like younger, probably.
I don't care. Jaheim is younger. You can say you want to bring Jaheim as part of New Edition. I don't want that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bring the familiar. Mm-hmm. Besides, Jaheim does so well solo. Why would he want to mix up those fabulous vocals? Yeah. Hey, Jaheim. All right, everybody, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with more and your phone calls next on 107. Oh, thanks, Art. And your chance to win. And Wendy Williams brings the Heat gift package, which not only includes passes for the red carpet party, but guess what? BLS has been holding out on the bobblehead dolls. You get a bobblehead doll in this package, too. So this is great. Okay, so everybody keep it here. Your chance to win is coming up on 107.5 WBLS.
He's the king of comedy, and he's on his way to 107.5 WBLS.
Jokes I'm gonna do gonna be good.
He's the one and only Steve Harvey.
You know, I'm gonna say something every now and then that's gonna mean something.
Steve Harvey hits the air this Monday morning.
And there's some stuff I'm gonna say ain't gonna mean a damn thing.
You've seen him on TV. You've seen him in the movies and on stage.
I'm just gonna say it anyhow.
Now, you'll get a chance to wake up and hear him every morning next week, live on your radio, right here on 107.5 WBLS.
Hey, this is Steve Harvey, y'all, celebrating the 107 days of summer.
Wake up to Steve Harvey all next week, starting this Monday morning. Spread the word
with 107.5 WBLS.
Summer's on the way.
Hi, everybody. It's
the Biz Marquee.
You're checking out the bonus hour
of the wicked Wendy, wicked Williams. See, because I can do it too. Look, wait. The boom. Watch. Why is it so tragic when I do it? Just because I knocked on my head to do that?
It hurts.
I told you all, more gum on my paperwork. I told you all that about The Sopranos. I was going to tell you a story about them last week. Well, I haven't forgotten about it. It's just that I don't want to do it now. I've got more pressing things to get to. Remember that that reggae artist Capleton? He's still touring. Apparently, they canceled like 6 different concerts in France because of his anti-gay lyrics. It's always the gay. What is that? The ringing in my head again? Let me find out.
I hear it too.
Let me find out. This station is a ticking time bomb. Here we go for the second damn day.
Love the Negroes.
I got to ignore it, though, because I got to tell you, caller number 10 on the phones right now, you got to be 21 years or older. You're going to pick up Wendy Williams Brings the Heat gift pack, including a copy of my new CD, which is released on June 28th. It's called Wendy Williams Brings the Heat, featuring fabulous music from everybody who matters. And then some. Well, you know what? There's still some people that I'd love if I could do a volume 2. I still have a wish list. But you know what? It really features some great music. Jaheim and Jadakiss and Styles P teamed up with Demi for the song called Hood Princess. Shout out to all the Hood Princesses. You're going to love that song. Mario Winans with his stand-up. Mobb Deep is on it. And whatnot. I mean, it's a...
And you're on it.
And I'm on it. Not all over it. Just I touch it. Plus, you'll get a copy of the CD. You're going to get an autographed copy of one of my books. You're going to get a Wendy Williams bobblehead doll. And you're going to get passes for my exclusive VIP pink carpet party on June 22nd at an undisclosed location. The party is before the release. This is going to be the VIP party, so dial carefully behind the scenes. But the release date for the album is June 28th. In Jamaica, Queens, tomorrow, you can join Mark Jordan at the Sprint store on Jamaica Avenue. The WBLS Hummer will be there. That location is 163-23 Jamaica Avenue at noon. We're celebrating the 107 days of summer. Ann Tripp is also going to be out tomorrow with David Levy at the annual AIDS Walk Caribbean. 2005 begins on Flatbush Avenue and goes Flatbush and Nostrand and goes to Wingate Park, and that's tomorrow. Also, this weekend is the big Puerto Rican Day Parade. I know.
This is weekend already?
Yeah, it is. It's almost like summer's over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I told you. Don't buy another thing for summer. Welcome to fall, y'all. Happy birthday to Shavonna Owens of Asbury Park. And that's from her mother, Petra. Thanks for turning us on. Oh, I didn't give you guys the results to the poll question. Should marijuana be legalized? That's what we ask. And every day we have a poll question. I'll give you the new one. 42% of people said yes. And 58% of people said no. And Goonie wants to weigh in. Goonie says, Wendy, I know what you mean about having people chief at work. I work in the corporate world, and one day I decided to go into work all chiefed up. Well, when I got into work, my manager decided to call a staff meeting. Wendy, I swear she was talking to me, and I was so paranoid I didn't even know what to do. I can't remember anything that she said because the voice is swarming around in my head. She knows. You know, you get all paranoid. You were right about the new strain of marijuana. Needless to say, I never did that again. I'm on the fence, but I got to lean with the 58%. I don't think it should be legalized. Because that new strain is something awful. I don't want to think about somebody driving my child to school, you know, chiefing. And yeah, I know it's easy to say, well, alcohol is legal and people don't, you know, drink and drive or whatever. Well, people do drink and drive. But, you know, marijuana is easier to mask than alcohol is, you know, because you can do it in the privacy of your own home. And with the new strain today, you stay trommed up for a good 6 hours, right?
Yeah.
You can do it way over, you know, with alcohol, you know, you got to kind of keep it going by having that little nip bottle. You know what I mean? Plus, you get the smell and all like that. With the chief, you smoke at 9 o'clock in the morning and you're high all day with the new strain. You know, we can revisit that. I told you I was going to talk about one-on-one. I'm not getting out of here. Vaughn, lock the door. What is that? All hands on deck. All hands on deck. Trev. The ringing is back on the airwaves. The ringing is back. Oh, he's like, I don't care. No, hold on. You let me read this. Wendy, girl, I heard from a very reliable source that some real nasty mess is going down on the set of One-on-One for next season. They're trying to change the whole format of the show. They want to kick Flex, his best friend Dwayne, and Spirit off. How are you going to kick Flex off the show? Oh, because it's not called the Flex Alexander Show. It's called One-on-One. Everybody kick off the ball. Oh. I always call it the Flex Alexander Show because he's the star. Isn't he the star of the show?
One of the stars.
No, he's not. Oh. He's the top of the triangle. Everybody else is under him. What? Then again, if he was, it'd be called the Flex Alexander Show.
There you go.
All right, let me finish reading. I can't support this. I don't like the way it's going down. Look, they want to kick Flex, his best friend Dwayne, and Spirit off the show and base the entire show around Kyla, Pratt, and Arnaz. Oh, I can see that.
Joni and Chachi.
I can see that. Oh, I can see that. And I have to support because I like Kyla Pratt. I'm sorry, Flex.
Joni and Chachi.
You know what? I'd support. Hold on, let me finish reading it. Oh, this is grimy. Oh, and that's what she says too. Look, she says, I think this is real grimy. I also think it's stupid. All of the jokes and funny stuff come from Flex, Dwayne, and Spirit. Not when they hire new writers, they don't. Well, hold on, let me finish reading. It's supposed to be a comedy, so how are you going to kick the funny people off? Brianna and Arnaz are not funny. I think it's grimy because Flex is the creator of the show. Yeah, because at the end of the show, he says, Daddy loves you too, baby.
That's him.
Yeah! You wouldn't be able to tell that by reading the credits because, yes, you can tell by reading the credits because at the end of the show, that black man who's talking to his daughter, that's Flex talking to his daughter that he has with Shanice. When Flex pitched the show to the network, they loved the idea. They loved the concept. He had the concept for years before he ever decided to pitch it. When he pitched the show, they told him that he needed a writer and to write out a script. He found Annetta Boone, told her the concept so that she could write out the script, and she took it and tried to pass it off as her own concept. So she stole his credit. Flex got producer credit on the show, but he was supposed to get creator too.
That's where the money is, the creator credit.
Oh,
that's the money.
Snap.
The money.
But he didn't make a big deal out of it because he didn't want a lot of drama on the set. He was just happy to have a show on the air. He even got Annetta Boone the job to be writer on the actual show. I don't know how she can go to work and face him every day knowing how trifling she is. I'm telling you, Wendy, things are grimy over there on the set of One-on-One. They only want Brianna and Arnaz on the show, and they want to have Flex make a few guest appearances, and that's it. I think it's terrible. Flex isn't losing any sleep over it. He just signed to do a movie with Samuel L. Jackson. So he is moving on and doing bigger and better things. But I just wanted to put the show One-on-One on blast. And Annetta Boone did him grimy. Anyway, I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't hear it from me. Love you, Wendy. Sign nobody. That's crazy. Art, why do you have to pass me a note when your microphone is up?
I like it. Read it.
The creator of Family Ties got $58 million when it went into syndication. The creator job is a small fraternity. Aaron Spelling, Steve Bochco.
They don't get that title to anybody.
Look, I'm getting out of here before this joint explodes. Because this is the second day that tick, tick, tick. And next thing you know, boom.
Don't say that.
Well, it is what it is. If Vaughn can't host the Father's Day cruise, then maybe Adimu can do it. Because with all the tick, 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 hey, boom. Just jokes, everybody. Have a lovely weekend. I'll be speaking to you on Monday, God willing, 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock. It's the Wendy Williams Experience on 107.5 WBLS. Bye.
The Wendy Williams broadcast day has completed.
Aw, man!
And WBLS music starts next.
Don't you